Alright, so we're doing this again. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Ooh, you done messed up with the wrong girl. I'm guessing she's the tsundere. Don't just say that. It made me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches away an inch from me. Yep. Sorry. I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Oh boy, this guy. I am not his biggest fan, let me tell you. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Well, how long has it been since we read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I read or finished the entire series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Wow, what a political stance. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot? Well, obviously. Think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really fun chapter where they obsess with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kind of drama. Like when they get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. Oh. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ugh. Natsuki gives a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Whoa, if I right-click, I can make the screen disappear. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I happened to get it baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Okay, yeah, this girl's, like, she's funny. I like her. Definitely not coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, with all the hobbies picked up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Ooh, she is a lot younger in this. She doesn't look right. Something's off. Give me a second here. I'm gonna. Can I pause recording? I cannot. This just doesn't look. Whatever. Read for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. Guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Hey, you know what I mean? You don't? That's not... See, that looks a little more like her. She just... The way she's drawn, she looks like a 10-year-old. Weird. I think it's like... Yeah, she's proportioned weird in this. I mean, I'm not an artist. I don't know if I have anywhere to speak, but, like, you don't have to be a food critic to say, oh, this food tastes awful. I get a weird vibe from this. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Can you rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with them without them all being like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Well, that was me. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser. So I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. See, this just doesn't look like the face of a, 10th grader. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori's my favorite character. I always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's rare an experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. How could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. That's a yard. Or wait. No, it's a foot, and a yard is 3 feet. I know my American system of measurements. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Do you want to know what happened? Yeah, but Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it on with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if we didn't take it on. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only get partway through the first volume so far. Or not the volume. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Ooh. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Suri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Suri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. I know that feeling. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Natsuki, man, we're going all the way. I thought Natsuki was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, this is my least favorite song so far. Gosh. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, I literally made this so that you would like it. There is nothing to criticize. Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Haha! Eh, what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I'm writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ugh. Well, it would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And he went and ruined it. I would be happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. Oh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you. You don't have to go and answer to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Nah, she's one of them tsunderes. Can't figure it out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you're sitting to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. What? Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all this sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of writing poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it then made it fall flat on purpose. I was bringing out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I don't want to talk to Sayori. I don't like Monica. And I don't like Yuri. But she's the lesser of three evils. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most notable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, then they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stamina is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something I can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into even writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That's kicking me a little biased, though. Biased, how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining sheet light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light tickles. I tickle back. Or I flicker back? Oh, the light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. I mean, it was kind of hard to read, but not because it's bad handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem, even though it's short, and it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. She is really talking down at me. That is one of my pet peeves. I hate being talked down to like this. Ugh. Are you gonna go, Siri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Charlie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Isn't it about a light? Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, wandering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before I pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. Oh, don't make me talk to them. I'm gonna be honest. Monica is my least favorite. This is a good poem, Charlie. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. Kind of reminds me how you really are part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you, the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break up my promise. See? It's like I said before, Charlie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying to do things like this for other people, that's something only really good people can do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, and the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Gonna be honest, I want breakfast too. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice. Or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's about to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's is the best. Or Monica is the best? I don't know. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Hi, Charlie. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Charlie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like it, Charlie. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think something Natsuki would write. So do they all have like a special response to the way I write? And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. You might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, They can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So you can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
But I do.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Ooh, this one's quite long. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction of the sprackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. Is this a F or an R? I reel blind. Like a film let out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's... What is this? Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever and everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. This is bad. I don't like this. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. Ugh, awful grammar. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, and you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I'm glad to run the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, something. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Charlie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Charlie liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so interested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You just... Sayori stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Charlie appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know I didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... Oh, why dialogue? I don't want to read that. That's not okay. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Did that say not in Yuri? Whatever. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Charlie, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What is this song, by the way? What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning is, should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Honestly, as I say, I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I write much more similarly to... What's her name, Yuri? Yeah, I write much more similarly to Yuri because I like to make mine complicated and hard to understand. And that's legitimate, by the way, I'm not joking. I'm explaining that to her, Charlie. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex meanings and feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Charlie? Well, don't make me choose. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I'll agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki is a point. Oh, I see, I think that I wrecked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I feel like conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can leave something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Oh gosh. I think Sayori, well, I don't have any attraction to her. I would gladly have her as a friend, basically. Yeah, so, you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught up in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. Oof, with a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Charlie. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. Think about... Natsuki glances around the room. When everyone stops staring at me... Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Ugh. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway. Think about your... That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Anyone. Whatever. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. I am the blandest character. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazy around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. And there's still time before we go home. So I'll relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. Some of you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. Most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worthwhile so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Charlie, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Not to myself with newfound determination. Charlie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's just really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Charlie, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think that everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sierra still doesn't count on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Ooh. Gosh. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.